Right, started portrait here. I'll scan it now. Let's have a look. It's portrait mode that way, so that's vertical with the phone sat vertical, and the image is whatever that is. I'm walking around, and I'm walking around, and I'm walking around, still set like that. Okay, right. I'm still looking at it in the same way. Right, so that's vertical with the phone straight up. So if that's right, then that's vertical, and that's how I need to hold it. Right, so now I'm going to stop this one. No, I'm not. I'm going to rotate it now, and I'm going to rotate it. Which way? I'm going anti-clockwise, and we'll see what that looks like. So I'm about to rotate anti-clockwise. You might start to feel seasick. I think you've already got permanent seasickness after watching my videos. Right. So that's now with it rotated anti-clockwise. It's landscape mode, and I've got the power button to the top. So my power button's at the top, it's up there. So which is that the right way around? So we've got two choices. So we've got that one, portrait mode straight up with the camera up here. The camera's there. Okay, let's get back to what we were doing. That's what it looks like now. Look, I'll just give it a quick play. And I've just started to sand all the areas. I've gone through the veneer already. This is absolutely, it's cabbage. This veneer is all chipped and bashed and crashed. So this mahogany is nice. I wish I had this piece like this in mahogany. I would have just made it all out of mahogany. It would have been so much easier. And I've made a rod for my own back by using thicker pieces. I should have used the thinner ones. I should have used a style that was only that wide. Then I can just go straight through with screws. I can't with that. It's just too long. And this plywood's chipping. It won't. The plies are coming apart. Well, I'm going to have to put screws into it to stop the plies coming apart. I don't know what I'm going to do. Anyway, that's get ready for primer in a minute. I'm going to just sand it and prime. I'm going to prime all this up. I'm not going to leave it getting moisture into it. I've planed those down because I'm banging my fingers coming this way, and that's still wet. That's still moisture, so I can't sand that yet. So I just have to leave it till it sets. This stuff's hard to get off. I've just put a chisel with a like a scraper, you know, the little nub on the scraper, and I'm just gonna go. I've just sharpened it that way so that I've left the burr on it. So that's the easiest way to get the glue off. I'm just about to do all that. Get this glue off because I can't sand it. It just won't sand. Get all that off. That's cracked there. So I'm going to put some super glue into this corner here, and then I'm going to make a recess in there. I've got a plate going over here, by the way. So I'll just have to. That plate's going to have to go, and then I'll have to put something in to stop it because this is flat and that isn't. That's down. I'll have to mess with that plate to get it straight. This is looking much better now. I'm much happier by just putting screws in. I don't have to worry about glue ups anymore. I'm just going to not even bother with the glue ups. Just not bother with it. I don't know what I'm going to do about this though. I mean, I'm still going to have to glue that, but that's just that edge. I don't worry about it. So I wanted to get away without having to do doweling and stuff. I just didn't want to do it. And now I realise that this is just much harder. Trying to glue is harder. It's just better to just put some dowels into it and be done. Yeah, that's going to be the easiest way. So I've carried on this video now with it in portrait mode, and then I'll do the next one in landscape mode, and I'll compare them both. So the next one I'm going to do in landscape mode. Right, I'll get on with carry on scraping and sanding and getting it, and then I'll paint it, and you'll see it when it's been primed. I won't be primering in there. I'm going to mask that off because I've got to do glue ups inside there. I've got my panels to put in. I've got them to make. So they're to make, and I don't know what to do. I don't know what to make them out of. All my materials, little pieces and stuff. There's no really serious boards. And if I start messing with this timber, I have to start planing everything. So it'll take longer and longer. But it's what you've got to do is what you've got to do, isn't it? So this one's done, and now I'm going to make the other one. I'm going to make the right hand one, and then I'm going to make the top frame and this bottom frame here. And once they're in and everything's square, I'll just check for square. I'll finish the bottom bit off. I'll do that after. I just want to get this plate that's going here in. I want to get that plate that's going there in, and I want to make the draw plate and put that in, and then that's stiffened up to the right height. I mean, not the right width. I mean, literally what you're looking at there is when you come into his room, and it's sat on that. this will be sat on that. Let's get that that way around for a second. It's going to drop onto the gas meter and we'll have a gas explosion. Let's turn that. So if you imagine it's on this caster base and it's 150 up, this is a toe kick here, 150 up toe kick, right? That's what you're looking at. So that's what I've just made, and I've got to make the other one now, and the other one is not that way around. Can you see it flips it around so you can't use it? That's what I was trying to say to you. That one is not that one. It's just the same as that one, but it's, you can't do it. You've got to invert it. You have. It's just not. I've got to scrape all. Can you see all that varnish in there? I've got to get all that off. I should have done it when it was when I had it on, and now it's going to just get harder. You've got to prep up before you do. I'm just in a rush to do everything. I've got to sand all that out now. I'm going to plane all. Not play. I can't plane it now, can I? I've just got to scrape that. Get that varnish off so it's got some glue surface. Or I might just, you know what? I'm just going to put them in and then put some trim in. That'll do it. Stuff it. Just do that. And pin it. I'll just put it so it sits back down inside there, and then just put a little piece of trim in there. And I'll just make the trim up. I can make trim easy. You know, I can't cut the miters very well. I'm not fantastic at it. And I'll have to fill it and whatever, but it'll look alright. It'll look nice with it. So I can just use. I'll tell you what. I'm going to dismantle that and get the plywood out, and I'm going to use that plywood. It's solid already. It's all I have to do is cut it, put it in. I can get some. That's it. That's all I have to do. I'm seriously thinking about getting a bit of. I'm allergic to resin, epoxy resin. I'm allergic to it, and I don't really want to use it. It makes the whole house stink. I'm seriously thinking of getting something. You know, something to do it, but what can you do? You've got to find some solution. PVA just taking too long to bloody set. Getting colder and colder down here. I've had to put the heater on to try and get it to help it. So I don't want to start wasting electric just to do this. So I think what I'll do is I'll just I'll continue with this and I'll get ideas. I'm working along. I'm just going to get on with sanding, get it all sanded, make sure that I can primer it all apart. I'll just have to mask this off. Just leave it and make it nice. It'll look nice in a few minutes. It was a ragtag thing this morning. It was awful, and I was crying. I'm not joking. I was really upset after what happened. I'm easily upset. It doesn't take much to get me going. And I just wish I had the pieces all the same height. And, you know, now I've got to piss about. I'm gonna have this frame that's coming along there. Look, that draw frame when it comes to there. Look, there's gonna have that massive gap. Yeah, it's gonna have that gap there. You see it under there. That's what's gonna be happening. You know, and I'll have to bodge it again, like always. I'll have to find something like this and put it in and change it. But the beauty of this one is it's got this curve coming round, right? And you can't, once that curve's in, you probably won't see that. Probably won't see it when I think about it. So this curve that's coming off that I showed you yesterday, the console, I showed the console, that curve's coming up like that. You know, I'm really seriously after all this bodgy that's been happening. I'm seriously considering not even bothering with the curve, but I can't. They'll walk into it continuously. They continuously walk into it. The space by the bed is so narrow. This is now hardening. It's started to go. I've had to open the door. It's getting stuffy. It starts to get stuffy once you close it. I've got it open and it's getting cold. But the sun's out, but it's cold. Here we go.